Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today, or I shouldn't even say today because it's nighttime. It's Friday night and I am just hanging out at home, quarantine life. So I decided what I was going to do is I am going to do a get ready with me video. This is actually, this might be my first get ready with me video, I think. Can't remember. But anyhow, we're going to do a get ready with me. I was just thinking about some stuff and I wanted to talk about it. It took me a while to really come on and decide to do it, only because I'm like, okay, you know, I know how people like their stars, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Okay, so what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be putting my makeup on so that I can get ready to go to my party that's in my bedroom, where I'm gonna be playing music and, you know, hanging out with myself, keeping myself preoccupied. And while I'm doing my makeup, I am going to talk about my top 10 list. So yes, that's what I've been doing this evening. I've been sitting there putting together a top 10 list of women that I consider to be divas. Now, let me just tell you, it was really tough trying to come up with the list. I was able to get maybe 6 definites, but to get 10 was a little tough for me. And where to put them on my list was even tougher. Okay, I don't know. So you probably will disagree with me. Everybody's taste is different, and what people consider a diva is different. So I don't expect you to. This is just my list, simple as that. Okay, so the first thing I do want to get out in the open before I get started is I definitely want to talk about the definition of a diva, because when we think of diva, we all think of so many different things. I mean, it has a dictionary definition, and it has this underlying connotation to it. Is this deeper kind of definition? That's this underlying definition, rather. Okay, so I pulled it up online. So I'll let you know. A diva is a famous female opera singer, and then there are 2 others. Okay. Now, nobody on my list is an opera singer at all, but I do have singers on my list. The next one is a famous female singer of popular music. Okay, so I do have women who are part of pop culture. In fact, everybody on there is part of pop culture. So that fits the mold. Okay, and a self-important person who is temperamental and difficult to please, typically used of a woman. Okay, now as far as that, I am not referring to a diva in a negative term. Everything that I am referring to when I talk about a diva has to do with something positive. Now, I know a lot of people, the word bitch comes to mind, and that is not what I'm referring to when I think of a diva. Okay, I think a lot of times when people come up with the idea of when they use the word diva and they say bitch, a lot of times what it is a woman is, what is it? She's assertive. She puts herself, you know, she asserts herself. And a lot of times people can't handle that. If you assert yourself and a person doesn't like it, the first thing that they're going to call you is a bitch. So, you know, if that's the case, then so be it. But like I said before, I'm talking in terms of the positive and not the negative. Now, let me go ahead and get started with getting myself together. I don't know, talking, this is tough. Talking and putting on makeup is really difficult to do, but I'm going to start off by putting on my foundation. Okay, as you can see, I think I need to do a facial. I need to do something. Okay, I think wearing quite a bit of makeup, or wearing makeup a lot, can kind of mess up your skin. So I need to find some kind of cleanser. Actually, I have a cleanser. I just haven't really been using it that much. I've really just kind of been using soap, and I need to cut it out. Okay, so back to what I was saying about a diva. Now, Wikipedia also has a definition that I want to read to you as well. So I'll put my foundation on as I'm reading this. Okay, so from Wikipedia it says, a diva is a celebrated female singer. I think these women are celebrated. A woman of outstanding talent in the world of opera, and by extension in theater, cinema, and popular music. So it doesn't just have to be opera. It can also be, and I'm looking at the mirror over here, it can also be in other aspects of the entertainment world, okay, which my people are coming, they're actresses, they're singers, they're models, okay. All right, so now that's the definition from Google and the definition from Wikipedia. Now, let me go ahead and give you my definition, because I do have to be clear about what I consider to be a diva and why these women are on my list. Okay, so what I consider, number one, the woman has to be accomplished, all right? So all of the women on here are accomplished, all right? They are at the top of their game, the top of the heap, okay? She has to have class, sophistication, style, elegance, grace, okay? Those are, I mean, there are some women who might be at the top of their game or were at the top of their game at some point, but are they classy? Are they sophisticated? Are they, they may be stylish, but do they have those things? Are they elegant? Are they graceful? Okay, so those are some things that I look at when I think in terms of a diva, okay, the ones that I'm thinking of. All right, now another thing, and I mentioned this before, assertive. Now, the reason why I say assertive is because a lot of times, as I said before, I'm not thinking in terms of the negative aspect. I am thinking in terms of the positive aspect of a diva. You have to put your foot down. You have to tell a person no. When you have to draw a line somewhere, and people don't like that. When you do it, you are considered a bitch, okay? And I've already talked about that, so just want to be clear with what I mean by assertive, because I think that a lot of times some of these women get that title as being hard to deal with, when in actuality it's, I'm just putting my foot down. Now, I do want to distinguish something. I'm not talking about the nasty people. I'm not talking about the ones that are just absolutely rude and arrogant and just mean-spirited, and you know, I'm not talking about those kind of people. Okay, we're going to put that in the bitch category. This is not the category. Those are not the people that I put on my list. Okay, so I am doing the contouring with my concealer. Now, if there's anything that you want to know that I use, which you probably don't, because this is all drugstore stuff at this point. I haven't been to the mall in ages. I'll leave it in the description for you. All right, so I've done that part. Oh, wait, I forgot. How could I forget? You know what? Let me try this one. Okay, so what was the other part of this? Okay, assertive. I already said that. Now, can be demanding, definitely. Now, these are some things that people might consider negative, but is it really? If you are demanding, I demand respect. I demand equality. I demand that, you know, I demand that things be right. You know, what's wrong with being demanding? Sassy. Okay, sassy. Now, yes, that's part of a diva's quality, is sassiness. Now, this is, I'll talk about this when I get to that person, but this is one of the things that kind of made me almost not even want to put this person on the list. But I think there's a certain sassiness and a certain boldness about a diva. Okay, and let's not forget a little shade. Divas can be shady. Okay. I think I do like this. I think. Let me see. Was this the one that was kind of difficult to get in there? Probably not. I think it's okay. All right. Yeah. So let's go ahead and get into my list. Okay. Now I'm going to start from 10 and I'm going to go to 1. Okay. And you tell me what you think in the comments when I'm done. Okay. So my number 10. My number 10 actually is a fictional character. Okay, and like I said before, I really had a hard time. I was going to put Susan Lucci as my number 10 because she embodies everything that I said about class and sophistication and elegance. Susan Lucci is, what is she? She used to play on a daytime soap opera. Okay, and she's accomplished. She's been nominated for, I can't remember the name of that title, that award. Never won it. I don't think she ever won it, but she is definitely accomplished. Okay, the only reason why I didn't put her on the list as number 10 is because of the sassiness and the shadiness of it all. I didn't feel that she was a good fit for it. Okay, but everything else she embodied, in my opinion. So aside from her, I did put a fictional character, and that fictional character is Cookie Lyons. Okay, Cookie Lyons. Now her style is more sort of pimpish, actually. She's really flashy, but she's sassy. There may be some shade there. No, there is shade there. I take that back. I felt that she was accomplished on the show. She did quite a bit. She was the head. She was dominating and determined, and she knew what she wanted, and she went after it. And that's what I loved about her. And people just were drawn to her character. So that is why I gave her number 10. She fits a lot of that because of the sassiness, the shadiness, the fashion sense, and she was at the top of her game. You have to admit she was. Okay, so I'm going to move on from her and get to number 9 and get to, where is my, oh, okay, going to do my contouring now. Okay, so number 9, okay, an actress. Now, let me just tell you up front, okay, I saved a lot of the singers. They're closer to number 1. All right, so during the 80s, I would say from 81 to maybe 89, I was pretty young, so I didn't really watch this show a lot, this show called Dynasty. There were 2 women on there, okay. One was named Joan Collins. I cannot remember the name of the character that she played on there, but she was fierce, okay? Once again, classy, sophisticated, fashionable, just, but she was bold, okay? And she was demanding, and she was just a bold, demanding woman. She did not let people run all over her, and it helped that she was also just really classy and sophisticated and stylish and just the upper crust of society. And that's what I liked about her. So that's why she won number 9 on my spot. Okay, now number 8 is Diane Carroll, who also played opposite her. Okay, Diane Carroll, her character was Devereaux, Dominique Devereaux was her name. Dominique Devereaux, she was once again classy, sophisticated, stylish, fashionable, just everything. And she was what we would call possibly bitchy, okay, but that bitchiness was actually assertiveness and demanding, and she just didn't let people walk all over her. Okay, and like I said before, the fashion, the style, the glamour, the elegance, okay, that was all her. And a lot of the things that she played in, she she just really had a classiness about her, a style, a grace about her. And this is nothing to knock anybody who wears like a lot of elaborate stuff. And what I mean by elaborate is you've got the long nails and the long eyelashes and just, I mean, like everything is like really exaggerated. She did not need that. She was just stylish, just her clothes, the way she walked, the way she talked, the way she acted was enough. She didn't need all that elaborate stuff. And that's what, I mean, she was just so classy and elegant. Okay, number 7 on my list. Now this was a struggle. This was a complete struggle with where to put her. Okay, but you'll understand why. 7, Mariah Carey. Put Mariah Carey as number 7. Okay, and the reason for that, she is an accomplished singer. And she comes with a reputation, actually, now that I think about it. You know, it's not quite good. When you think of diva, when you say diva and think of Mariah Carey, I think a lot of people will consider her to be demanding and you know, this prima donna kind of woman, which she probably is. But I have always known her to be a diva. She has been around for so long. She's accomplished. She has a wonderful singing voice. Yeah, you just can't take any of that away from her. She too is stylish and classy and sophisticated. You can put her in a gown and put her on stage. Although there was that New Year's Eve fiasco, but nonetheless, despite that, she's on my list. I have to give it to her. Okay, now moving right along, I have number 6, Beyonce. Okay, now I struggled with whether to put Beyonce on this list or not, and please do not get all upset, and remember, this is my list. Okay, create your own list. This is mine. All right, let me tell you why. Okay, Beyonce, she is accomplished. She is stylish. She's sophisticated. She's all of that stuff. The thing that made me not really want to put Beyonce on the list is that she has a certain image on stage, okay, but who she is as a person, it just seems so mild-mannered and soft-spoken and nice, and you know, she just doesn't seem to have that diva-ish type personality to me, you know, with the shadiness and the sassiness and the you know, the demanding, although she probably is demanding. I don't know. I don't see it. I don't see enough of her. I see her body of work. That's it. I don't see anything else. She's a pretty private person, which is I think that goes to her favor. But I don't see enough of her to really be able to say that, oh, this is who she is, and she definitely is a diva. But the reason why I did go ahead and put her on my list is because the woman, you cannot take away the fact that she is at the top of her game right now. Right now in pop culture, she is at the top of her game. And let me tell you, if there aren't very many people that I go and see in concert because they seem like they'll be interesting, but then you get there and you're like, oh my God, when will this be over? They're boring. I rather listen to their music in the car. I have more fun in the car than I do watching them on stage. Okay, and I don't feel that she's one of those. She literally puts on a show. I saw that Coachella. That was the bomb. Okay, so yes, we do have to put Beyonce on this list. Okay, but not because of the sassiness, not because of the shadiness, not because of the demanding demeanor that comes with being a diva. It's just that she is accomplished. Even with her singing, I mean, there are some others that top her. So she made it on the list at least. So at least we have her on the list. I'll leave it there. Okay, so I've done my contouring. Did I finish up everything on the contouring? I think I did. All right, so don't mind my eyebrows, guys. I just bought this Flawless Brows tool, and I want to try it out. I want to see if it actually works. So I'm leaving my eyebrows alone. I'm just letting them kind of grow a little bit so I can test this out and see how it works, if it truly does work. So just please excuse me. I'm hanging out at home, okay? All right, so let's move on to number 5. All right, now this woman, I had to put her in the top 5. I wanted to put her closer to 1, but there were too many other women that I just could not put her there. Okay, so the person that is at my number 5 is Naomi Campbell. Naomi, honey, classy, stylish, sophisticated, elegant, everything, okay? Accomplished, if I didn't already say that one. The walk, okay? She will always be known for the walk. She has that walk down, all right? In addition to that, we know that she can be shady. We know that she can be demanding. We know that she can be, she's definitely assertive. People may look at her as being a bitch, but I have watched her in interviews. I just don't pick that up as being her actual personality to be a so-called bitch. I think that she's assertive and she's demanding, and she demands certain things a certain way, and she's assertive and she's going to tell you how it is. And once again, people don't like that. People don't like it, but I'm here for it. I love it. Okay, so Naomi Campbell, she would have been closer to number 1, but there are just a whole lot of other singers that I just got to get to. So I'm sorry, she's at number 5, okay? Like I said, this was hard. This was really hard. Okay, so number 4. Who's my number 4? I just read something about this woman. She said that she did not want to be considered a diva because these women out here now, these young women, they're heifers and they can't sing. Okay, and this was based on one of those. I don't remember the name of the blog that I was looking at, but she's on my list. She made my list, and that is Patti LaBelle. Okay, now I feel that Patti is gorgeous. I feel that she's now, would I look at her in terms of style? I mean, no, I'm not looking at her for style. Now, that's the only thing. What puts her on this list above so many others is the fact that she has a wonderful singing voice. She can command a stage. She doesn't have to have a whole bunch of people on the stage with her. She can be on there on her own, and you're riveted, okay? She's shady, she's demanding, I've seen her in action. She's a diva, honey. She's a diva. So, and I don't mean in a negative way. I just mean that she is, she will tell it like it is, you know. So yes, she has earned her place as number 4 on my list. Okay, this was another hard one. This was so hard, so hard. Before I do that, let me put this on because I'm getting so close to my number 1. Okay, I need to darken these eyebrows. Okay, let's get those eyebrows darkened. Let's see if I can get my makeup on by the time I get to number 1. Let's try that one. All right, now. This person, I'm just going to say who it is. It's Aretha Franklin. Aretha. Honey, Aretha. Now, Aretha was way before my time, but I do remember Aretha because my mom used to play her music. Her music is so moving and so emotional, and her voice, her singing voice is so incredible. I think that by the time I was able to pay attention to stuff, she pretty much was you know, she, as far as style and all that stuff, I didn't really see that. What puts her on my list for me is, number one, her singing voice. She's accomplished. She's extremely well known in the industry, and not just extremely well known. She is that singer. Okay, she, you know, from that time period, I just cannot do a list and not add her. Now, I think what also made me add her is, if I'm not mistaken, and I don't remember the details, but I do believe that she does have a certain demanding nature about herself. She can be shady. Okay, from, I don't know, I just feel like I have heard that before. Okay, but definitely Aretha Franklin is, she's got to be on the top 5. She has to be. Okay, now she may not be my number 1, but she definitely is going to be my number 5, be in my number 5. Okay, because of how accomplished she is, and the type of person that she is. Okay, and a lot of times with stars, I pretty much stick to what they do, more so than their personality and that kind of stuff. But yeah, you know, of course, you're going to hear reports, which I cannot name a specific one. Okay, so I'm going to move on from that. But she made my number 3. Okay. Now, my number 2, Diana Ross. Anytime I think of diva, the first thing that pops in my mind is Diana Ross. So that's why, number 1, she had to be in the top 5. And the reason why she beat out, let's say, Aretha Franklin and Patti LaBelle is because, like I said before, when I think of Motown, I think of Diana Ross. She was that woman during that era. Diana embodies fashion, class, sophistication, elegance. Anything that I think of in terms of a diva, that is Diana Ross. Okay, Diana Ross will always, forever. I mean, if you look at pictures of her, go Google pictures of Diana Ross, and you're going to see glamorous shots, elegant. Just, I love her. Okay. Now, do I feel that her voice is better than Aretha Franklin? No, I don't. I believe that Aretha's is better than Diana Ross's voice, and her singing ability. But she's put there at number 2 because of her style, and her fashion sense, more so than anything. Can I really even say that she's shady? Or I would think that she'd probably be demanding. Shady, I don't know, because like I said, she was really kind of, you know, I was young when she was really at the top of it. And I see her as, she's a diva, honey. She's a diva, okay? So yeah, she did earn her number 2 spot on the list. Now, I'm gonna do something a little different. I bought this and I wanted to try it out. It's a colored pencil. I'm gonna put the color on my eyelid as a liner. So let me do that. I just want to try this out. I want to try something different since I'm sitting here, and the only place that I'm going tonight is my bedroom. If I look crazy, then at least I'm just in my bedroom looking crazy. Okay, let me get this on. I know you're eager to hear who my number 1 is, but give me 1 second. Let me, oh, is it coming off? Okay, there we go. All right, now I was wondering if I needed to put it on the bottom, but I'm not going to put this on the bottom. I'm going to leave it on the top. And what I'm going to do is I am going to put, where did I put my, I'm going to put some black liner underneath my eyes. What do you think so far? Okay, so I'm going to line underneath my eye with black liner. And I'm not going to put it on the top. I think this liner is the one that I don't really care for. I don't even think shaking it helps. Maybe I just need, no, not maybe, I know I need to replace this. I don't like this one. This was, what is this, NYX? I think this is the one that's NYX. Yeah, because I don't like how it goes on. Very hard to apply this one. I cannot, well, no, I can wait. I'm in no hurry. I know there are a lot of people who can't wait to get out, but I can preoccupy myself. I can come up with things to do, as you can see. Okay, so there, I've gotten the black eyeliner on. And see, it's not that dark. I don't know where I put my other eyeliner. Okay, I am going to use, I'm going to do something totally different still. I am going to use, this is my Anastasia, what is this? Alyssa Edwards, Anastasia Beverly Hills. Okay. I am going to use the white. So I'm going to take the white and I'm going to put it over my entire eyelid. Okay. Let's see. Why is this so difficult to get on? I think it's this brush. I don't know what brush I just picked up. Okay, is this going to be a mistake? Am I ruining it? I hope not. Alright. Is that kind of canceling out the green? I'm almost feeling like it's canceling out the green. What is this one? Okay. Let me go ahead and put this side on. Okay, so let me not have you guys waiting for too long with me sitting here putting this white on. And let me go ahead and get to my number one person. Okay, the number one diva on my list goes to Whitney Houston. Yes, okay. Whitney, yeah, Whitney, yes, Whitney. And I'm going to explain why. Okay, why Whitney? Number one, accomplished, hell yeah, yeah, she is. That voice, that singing voice, there will, I mean, I don't want to say there will never be a voice. There may be one that comes along that's even better. Who knows? Okay, there isn't one right now, I'll tell you that. There, I mean, or, you know what? Let me know if there's one that's even more powerful than Whitney Houston's voice. Let me know in the comments who you feel has the most powerful voice that's either equivalent to Whitney Houston or even better. Okay, let me know in the comments what you think. But right now, I don't think that there's anybody out there right now who's a singer who has a powerful voice like that. So no,